So today we're going to draw out the chemical pieces of DNA. So remember, DNA is this beautiful double helix here. What I have drawn over here is a flattened out. So it's as if we were to unfold DNA. And so let's start and begin by labeling this particular structure. I want to start with the nitrogen bases in the middle here. I have C, T, C, and A on one side. This is a double helix, so it is a double piece. And so remember, every time you have a C, or a cytosine in your DNA, then you're going to put a G for guanine. Every time you have a thymine or a T, you're going to put an A for adenine in your particular structure. So we can go through here and set up these complementary base pairs. Remember, there's a little hydrogen bond in between each of these sets of nitrogen bases. So DNA is actually built from a monomer structure called a nucleotide, and this is an L-shaped chemical. It is right here. Here's my letter L, and this L-shaped chemical is called a nucleotide. This is the repeating monomer of DNA. Now, a nucleotide is actually made up of three different things. If you notice, we have this circle, the house, and this nitrogen base right here. So let's label these pieces so that you know what they are, and you can label it on your own sort of diagram. So we already said that these four letters, A, T, C, and G, right there, are your nitrogen bases. So those are your nitrogen bases. Then this house structure is your sugar. And for DNA, this is deoxyribose, right? So I'm going to put, I'll put the whole thing, deoxyribose as your sugar, and in parentheses put like sugar down here. And then the circle piece here is a phosphate group. So we can go ahead and label that. That is a phosphate group. So what I want you to be able to label as far as like sort of DNA goes, I want you to be able to label this nucleotide. I want you to label the pieces, so the phosphate group, the sugar, and the nitrogen base. Notice that the nitrogen base links off of the sugar, so that's how you can tell the sugar from the phosphate group. Now, I often get the question of what is your genetic code, right? What is the important part of DNA? What is your genetic code? And it isn't actually these phosphates and sugars that alternate in a covalent bond along the side. Rather, the important part of DNA, your genetic code, lies in these letters in the center, A, C, T, and G. And these particular letters, their order and sequence, build your genes. And those genes then turn into building you with all of your protein traits. Thank you for watching.